Hi, my name is Jacob Gunther, and I am a University of Iowa graduate with a degree in journalism and cinematic arts. My current aspirations are to continue my work in journalism and in the newsroom while strengthening my skills, whether it may be directing shows, reporting stories, or producing work. My dream, though, is to make movies, and I hope one day I will find myself working on the big screen with the big-time players. But for now, here are some of my work that I have done at the University of Iowa. I hope you enjoy. Music moves us in many different ways. For Lily Dete, it's not just a pastime, it's part of her life. What makes her unique, though, is she's living a double life. A lot of artists come through Iowa City, but not many of them are both a student and an artist. The University of Iowa student has been in love with music since she was a little girl and says it's the lifestyle that keeps her on her toes.
I've been doing this since I was 13. I've given up a lot for this, but I have done it because I love it. I get to go home to people that really care and love and support me. So that's a big thing. I would not be able to do what I do without the people in my life, both my friends and my family.
And she's right. With the support of her mother, family, and friends, it makes the challenges she faces all the more bearable.
I just try to help her and support her wherever she needs, and she knows that, you know, our home is we're here if she needs us.
We actually moved out here from the Chicago area 3 years ago, and since then we've been able to see Lily play all over.
Her journey is long from over, and with help from local businesses, maybe someone else can have a chance at a dream.
Yeah, I think it's inspiring because she has two different worlds going on.
If you are willing to put the time and the effort into it, you will be able to do it.
In Iowa City, Jacob Gunther, DITV News. The average U.S. student leaves college with over $34,000 in loan debt. Here at the University of Iowa, students are already feeling the pressure while still in school. It is estimated that an Iowa resident will be asked to cover over $24,000 in housing, tuition fees, and other expenses while living on campus. Those individuals are considered fortunate because non-resident students will have to cover almost double that amount in expenses, over $46,000, much of which will be student loans. Those numbers are not stagnant either. Compared to last year's cost of attendance, students are currently paying over 7% more than students in the 2017 and 18 academic session. When mixed with the pressures of daily classes and a part-time job, many students are faced with a decision, often going with less food so they can work a little bit more, or neglecting social time to cram in some extra study time, which can be very unhealthy for students in the late stages of development. Jacob Gunther reporting in the University of Iowa. Today, we rely a lot on timeliness, and that does not stop at our food. Every year, the country produces about 14 billion bushels of corn, with 2 billion of that coming from the state of Iowa. Now, that might be good for your stomach and your fuel tank, but what about the environment? Although most farms are still family-owned, nearly half are farmed under instruction of a company. The larger the company, the more money it needs to make, and the more harm they pose to the environment around them.
I think that there is a loss of the kind of individual stewardship that would have been there when the farm was owner operated. They were sort of thinking about the bigger picture and the fact that they want this landscape to persist year after year, whereas once it's being farmed by a renter who is paying someone else to do the spraying, then what happens is a lot of herbicide drift is occurring and there's absolutely no protection.
With our steady dependency on corn production and large companies getting bigger every day, it looks like things will be this way for a while at least. Reporting in Iowa City, Jacob Gunther, DITV News. Plastic straws, a common tool in our lives that often doesn't get recycled. One that also makes our lives easier, but at a dangerous cost. Because of its nearly 1,000-year decomposition rate, this little guy could be around to see the year 3020, and to one environmentalist, that is just too long.
Plastic straws are sort of a symbol of what is wrong with the single-use plastic movement. You can't imagine how many hands go into making that plastic straw before it gets to your table when you're at a restaurant. but then you use it for an hour, maybe even 20 minutes, maybe 10 if you're eating fast food. Its existence on this earth for your 5, 20, 1 hour time of using it is expansive, and the resources and the time and the people that go into that.
But many businesses have taken the first step in sustainability by making policies of their own to bring down waste. Iowa Chop House is one of few restaurants in downtown Iowa City that has made changes to how they serve drinks by not autonomously handing out straws and only doing so upon request.
It definitely helps too. It reduces costs, you know, you're not buying as many straws, and you're really invoking like a new kind of, I guess, persona, like brand for the Iowa Chop House.
Others like Milk and Dumpling Darling have also led the way to minimize their plastic use, helping to create a path for others to follow. Reporting in Iowa City, Jacob Gunther, DI-TV News.